Hello guys! Today we're gonna go through Nocturne Judicator and Son of Thief formations. And I also want to talk about how you can improve your boss killing abilities as well. So let's first jump over to the VN account. So if your account is looking kind of like this and you don't know what to do, you can actually experiment and go on and create your own formations. And that's how I created the best non-twins lineup, because I didn't have much to play around with and I don't even have one copy of the twins on this account. I went for Cryonaya as an experiment. And what I'm about to show you is how you can reason and go on with your own account if you're not performing very well. You can adjust and see how it goes. And of course, some of the heroes in these lineups will be kind of mandatory because they're just too good and there's no hero to replace them. But I will show you how I was thinking when I replaced some units in the best lineups. So let's just quickly jump through some of the other lineups. So the one down here is what you need the most heroes for. Where I place Rainier now is where we have the Golem, so you can't place any units there. And the Golem will help you in the fight. So this is the lineup that requires the most investment. You need like twins very high, and you need Shakir at least at plus 15 for this to work out. We have Rainier as a debuffer, we have Freya's as a debuffers as well. Shakir jump in with his Lupin Aura and buff the boss and so on. Yes, leave without saving. This lineup is the same. Basically the same thing, but this is if you have Shakir at plus 10 and not plus 15 as the previous attempt showed you, or as the previous formation showed you. So here it, same theory, same lineup, just that you have Shakir at lower exclusive weapon. These two lineups also requires that you maxed out the Celestial and Hypogean faction. And here we have the one twin Mauler faction. So here you need to max out the Mauler faction for this to be really reliable. And we have the Sonya here, and Sonya buffs the Golem and also buffs the Smokey with her attack. Here we have Kruger as the debuffer, and you can't really swap him out because it's really hard to find someone else that debuffs as much as he do. So he's kind of hard to replace, but if you don't have any twins at all, I don't know which team performs best, to be honest, but I'm gonna jump into both of them after I've shown you my no twins lineup. When I came up with this lineup, I just saw a lot of twins copies being spammed everywhere, and I know a decent amount of you guys don't have the twins. And a lot of you are probably just starting out because we have a huge turnover of players actually. Hopefully you followed our wish list. You might not have Kruger up even if you're really early on. So that might be a problem. But even if you have him at lower copies, so try and put him in and see what happens. Because I don't really know who you should replace Kruger with. It's like really rough. Maybe I will try something out and see what happens. But first, let's jump in and do two attempts. One with the twin lineup. So I'm gonna do this. And I just want to show these lineups to represent the most people and not just the whales. So let's see how far we can go. This account had way higher resonance than my VN account, so it would probably deal around 150 maybe. 150, 160 billion maybe. I don't know. I didn't even try this lineup out, so I don't know where the limitation is of it. Because I didn't even have one copy of twins on the VN ones, but let's see. We're coming up on 140 here, and that's what I got on a VN server with like 850 resonance with my no twins lineup. But let's see if my estimate is correct here. We're closing up on 150 here. So yeah, it looks like 155 maybe. Get some good crits in. Yeah, almost 155. I think that's a really good lineup. Even ranked top 10, like, but this is really early on. And as you can see, most damage came out from the Midnight Hunter or the War Golem. So that's a really solid lineup, but that lineup is also a bit misleading because I have the twins at Mythic Plus, so they might be doing a bit more than one copy. I am not an expert on twins, so I don't know exactly how much difference they make when they are Mythic Plus compared to one copy. But I believe it is still a difference, but let's see how big that difference is. And this is why I put in Mikola. And this is why I put in Mikola in this no twins lineup, because she's a really, really good support. And so she puts out all this support stuff that's really, really strong. And she also puts out... Wait, which one is it? This arena that restores all HP and also increases their attack. So that's why I put her in, so she can buff the War Golem even further. So let's see this attempt as well and see how it goes. So that's how you can become a better boss killer as well. Depending on your account, you maybe have to put in someone else. Maybe you don't even have the Shakir. But we will play around with that and see what happens. Maybe we can put in... Yeah, I don't know who we can put in, but I will try it out and see what happens. I might try and do it with the Pestos or something like that. I don't know. I know it becomes less of a like free-to-play lineup if we put in the Pestos. But I believe that won't be a problem. Because a lot of you guys probably got Freyasto up anyways, because he's so strong overall. And this is looking really great for no twins, to be fair. Like, we're already closing up on where I was on the VM server. Looks like we will get like maybe 10 billion less. But considering this is a no twins lineup, 10 billion less isn't that much if we compare. Really isn't. I have to compare this to a lineup where I had a Celestial unit at Mythic Plus. So only dealing 10 billion less, that much. But let's jump in here again. And I don't know who, if you don't have Kruger, I really don't know who else you should put in, to be fair. I mean, we could just try and do Festos. I'm gonna do that, just to see how it is without Kruger. Because maybe a decent chunk of you don't have Kruger, but some of you might actually have Fresto instead of Kruger, because you've gone in on him really early. Sonya jumping around actually knocked back the real Fresto. So he had to walk away. That's kind of interesting. That Sonya's jumping around and knocking people out of their position. Yeah, this is way, way worse. Yeah, even this one dealt like 20 billion less than the Kruger lineup. But these are the things you need to try out yourself. And most likely what happened there is we saw how important the ultimate from Kruger is, where he lowers the physical defense of the target with 10% and can stacks up to 4 times. And there you have the difference, because he's really important, and that's why I said in the beginning he's really hard to replace. But try out and see if you can somehow make him survive. Otherwise, you could actually go into the Dream Store and get some more copies of him. And don't go and wasting all your Dream Fragments on him. So go in and check him out. Like, we can take as an example here. Probably the Walker. So if you're missing 1 copy for Legendary, buy 1 copy first. upgrade him, try out Kruger again, see if he survives. If he doesn't, then the next day go to and buy another 10 copies, I believe it's for the next stage. So get him to Mythic. Hopefully he will survive then. And remember, in the beginning of Primal Lord, isn't that important how much damage you deal. Sure, you're missing out on some chests, but this boss is actually really hard to get all 30 chests, so you will get way less chests on this one than we got on Mirage Frostbite. But remember, the first couple of days of Primal Lord is to find the best team for your account and then use that team every day to get as much damage out as possible. So don't stress too much about the first day. Just test the different lineups and see what works out for you and your account. It's really important to do this so you can get the highest rank at the end. Because whatever you rank before that doesn't matter. On my VN account, I was ranked 190 until the last day where I find that no twins lineup, as I showed you earlier. When I found this team, and all of a sudden I was ranked 85th or something like that. So the only important day for Primal Lord is actually the last day. All the formations will be down below in the comments. But as always, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.